Hi there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 of the brand new November Spellbinders club kits, and I'm really excited about these. We've got our embossing folder, which I think is beautiful. We also have our small die of the month. Yes, I know, I'm always blown away by this being the small die because there's always so many dies. I don't get the large die, but I imagine that one has so much in it too. But check this out. It's got so many possibilities for inlay, or which is what we're going to do. And then you've got your shadows, and you've even got a word in there. This one I had so much fun with, and we'll talk about it as we get to using it. But now we also have our Glimmer hot foil plate, and there's 2 plates, and then you have 1 die cut to cut them all out. This is a staple because it's all words, and they're words to use throughout the year. So I'm really excited about that. You will also get a roll of Glimmer hot foil. Mine was blush, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to use some white foil. So I'm pulling out all that I need. I've got my Glimmer hot foil system heating up right now. I've pulled in my quick cutter. You guys know I love the quick cutter for cutting up my foil because it leaves nice straight lines. And for me, I know it's just a weird thing, but it's a little bit of a pet peeve to have it be wonky. So I like to cut straight lines. I know, weird. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this to be 5.5 inches, and then we'll make our little sandwich that's going to go on the Glimmer hot foil system. I'll trim down 1 more inch, and then I like to take all those extra pieces and just kind of roll those up and stick those inside the roll, and I can save those for future projects. All right, so to make our sandwich, I'm going to take my cardstock. This is actually some black sentiment stock from Pearblossom Press. And then I'm going to put my foil pretty side up. And then I'm going to tack my foil plates down on top. And I'm using some mint tape just to hold everything in place. I never have any real issues doing this, and it keeps everything where it's supposed to go. But if you're new to foiling, I just highly suggest you just jump in there. Just jump in, just do it. It's so much fun. And then I'm going to stick this down on top of my Glimmer hot foil system so that that plate is directly, or those plates are directly on the heating system. I'm going to wait for that to heat up. Once that green light turns on, you know it's ready. I'll hit the timer button, and when the timer stops flashing, you'll be ready to run this through your Platinum 6 die cutting machine. Then I'm going to peel our plates away, and everything foiled beautifully. So the next thing I need to do is move my Glimmer hot foil system out of the way because I'm done using it. And then I'm going to take our die cut and tack that down with a little bit of that mint tape and run this through our die cutting machine 2 times because I have all of those sentiments. I'm super excited about having all of those. So now I have a piece of blue cardstock. It's kind of like it's not quite navy. It's a little bit different color blue. I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine following my instructions on that Platinum 6 and using that embossing folder, which is so pretty. And then I decide to take some prize ribbon distress ink, and I'm very lightly rubbing this right on top of what was embossed. And then I can go a little bit heavier handed in some of those areas where the color isn't quite catching, but I don't want to get all of that area behind the embossing. But isn't that pretty? I'm going to end up doing that with all of my cards today. We're going to use some liquid glue, and every once in a while, because I think I'm getting down to the bottom of my glue, it will just get stuck in there. It's not dried up bits, but you just use your pin, and you can not unclog it because it's not clogged, but just kind of move that glue through a little bit easier. And then I'll stick that down on top of my card base. All of my cards today are A2. Which means they measure 4.25 by 5.5 inches when they're all folded up. And then I'm going to use some foam strips on the back of the sentiments. I need to replenish some of my wedding card supply, so this one's going to be a wedding card. And yes, I've peeled off the release paper, but because this is a textured background, I'm also going to use my liquid glue. That's just going to ensure that everything is going to stay put exactly where it needs to stay. And I'll use the stamp block on top of that to make sure that it adheres nicely. And I'll use 1 more of those sentiments on the inside. So we've got congratulations from all of us. So happy for you on the inside. Now, I didn't want to stop there. I did want to add a little splatter because you all know that I am slightly obsessed with splatter. Splatter makes everything better, at least in the craft world for me. So I've got a little bit of gold paint. I'm going to flick that on the background, not going too crazy heavy-handed, just to give it a little bit of those gold flecks. And then that's going to finish our first card. I have a wedding card all ready to go. Love it. All right, the next project, we're going to focus a little bit more on the die cut, the small die cut of the month, but we're going to make that background the exact same way we did for the last one. Just run that through the die cutting machine and then rub our prize ribbon distress ink all over that background and just make that die cut pop. But I have gone ahead and die cut everything that I'm going to need. And as I was saying earlier, we're going to do this as an inlay. I think that the die cut itself is absolutely stunning without doing any inlay, but I really wanted to take this to the next level. So I've got my Spellbinders reverse tweezers, and I've got my glue again. Again, I'm getting down to the bottom of it. I'm going to have to refill it. But I'm just putting little drops of glue on areas where I don't want it to get caught or stick up, just to make sure that everything stays put. You don't have to glue all of it down. Just little dots of glue work great. And this Barely Art glue is perfect for that because it does have that very nice thin applicator end. And I can just add little droplets. And then if any of that glue does seep out of the side, it dries clear. It's not a big deal. And you'll notice that I did have some blue on the back of that. That's where I had some of that mint tape just holding everything in place as I ran it through my die cutting machine. And I didn't have to take it off because you're not going to see it. All right, just sticking that down on top of the black shadow. And yes, I did die cut the word hello out of black cardstock. Honestly, I wish I had done that out of some gold because it's not really going to show up that great on the card. Okay, so now we're going to actually work on putting down those little blue flowers. I just picked a lighter blue than the color that I had for our background. I thought that would look really pretty on there, and I'm just sticking those right down on top of where I know they're going to go on this particular die cut. And it's perfect because it die cuts all the exact number that you need. And so I'm just kind of picking those up with my pickup stick and placing those down. Now, if you're going to do any sort of inlay or anything like this, yes, I highly recommend getting, like I have this pickup stick, where one end is like a paper piercer and the other end has the wax tip where it's easy to pick up the pieces that you need. And I know some of you might be looking at this going, ooh, that is a lot of work. And it is. It is a little bit of work. But it's the kind of work that I really love. For me, this is mindless stress relief because I can have on like a book on tape and I can completely zone out and listen to that book and not have to really worry too much about what my hands are doing. I'm barely thinking about it too much other than to just see if pieces fit where they're supposed to fit. And to me, it's pretty much like a jigsaw puzzle. So if you are at all inclined to do puzzles, which that is me, you will love this. And all I did is I die cut out the inside of the leaves in a lighter green. And then you can see in that little tray that I have, which those are great for if you want to do any kind of small die cutting to hold all your pieces. I have some pink in there, and that's going to be really good for the flower. And a lot of those pieces are a little bit bigger, so that one ends up being super easy to do. But like I said, this is basically like doing a puzzle, and I love puzzles, but the last time I did a puzzle was before I got our cats, our little boys, because if you've watched my videos at all, typically they come in. They didn't come in for this video, but typically they're all over the place. And if I wanted to do a jigsaw puzzle, I just don't see it being possible. Our last cat, Nick, was amazing for that. He didn't care about the puzzle pieces. He really only cared about food, snuggles, and, then when he wanted his alone time, leave him alone. But these boys don't like to necessarily be left alone. They have each other, which is great, which I highly recommend. 2 cats are better than 1. I know it's a lot more work, but it's definitely better than 1 if you have cats like mine that are incredibly needy. So I haven't done a jigsaw puzzle in well over 4 years now, which makes me sad because I have some in my closet that I haven't started, and I love puzzles. But again, I guess that goes back to why I love doing die cut inlay, because isn't that beautiful? It turned out so great. It was like doing a little puzzle, and it just makes my heart happy. So we're going to use our liquid glue. We're going to prop this piece down on that left-hand side and use a stamp block to hold it in place. And then for the word hello, I'm actually going to use some foam strips like I did earlier on the back of that. And we'll put down our panel on top of our craft card base. I love this color combination that I picked. It just worked out really well. And we already have, I've pulled off all the release paper on the back of that, so we're going to just use, once again, some liquid glue to adhere that down. And we'll use, pardon my head, we'll use a stamp block to hold that in place. Then I was looking at those Glimmer hot foil words, and I do decide to use one of those. But once again, to make everything kind of coherent with the other card I made, we're going to use some splatter on the sides on that blue cardstock. But the one that I decided to use is this one that says just saying hello. I'm going to cut off the word hello, and then we're just going to have the just saying and then hello there. But as you can see, like I was mentioning earlier, hello doesn't really show up that great. I wish I had done it in a different color, whether that be gold or maybe even some pink, or that light green would have been really pretty. But there's our second card, really focusing in on the die cut, which I love. So now we're going to move on to our third card. Once again, it's doing all the same things that we've already done. We are going to emboss a craft panel. And at this point, I hadn't quite decided yet if I was going to use any of that color on the back. We'll get to that later, but we're going to do some more inlay. And as you see, I have another one of those little trays, and it already has all the pieces that I need for the leaves and also for the petals. And once again, I love making these cards to kind of all match. It's kind of fun when you just pick a color combo and you make a bunch of cards using that color combination. So we'll use our reverse tweezers, then we'll put that down on top of that die cut piece that came from the small die of the month. And then we can just piece everything together, the petals, which is super easy, and also our leaves. Like I said, this is just like doing a puzzle. And if you are ever inclined to do puzzles, you'd probably love this. Just need to have the right tools for any job. As my stepdad always says, the right tool will make any job easier. So pick up stick, this precision glue, and maybe a book on tape. So there you have it. That's that. Our piece is all inlaid and ready to go. And this is where I decide I definitely need to add some of that prize ribbon onto our background. And I'm just going to lightly rub that all over. And then just add it a little darker in the places where I think I need it. And then we're going to use some foam strips on the back of our cute little panel. And once again, peel off that release tape and then put some glue on top of it. And then I did pick out another sentiment, always and forever. So we have another, this could be an anniversary card or another wedding card ready to go. And then I'll use some more liquid glue on that and we'll put that down on top. And then this will just need to go onto a card base. And so once again with our liquid glue, and once that's put down, that's going to finish our third card. And I really, like I said, I love how these all match. I love how this one just kind of goes along with the other two. What a pretty card. And those inlays, they just make my heart happy. So there's our 3 cards. I'm going to have a link down below to my blog, so you can head on over there and take a look at these pictures a little closer if you'd like. I have links down below to all of the all of the kits available that I just showed. If you like this video, hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.